Today in Phoenix, Arizona, a GOP lawmaker's shocking question, a city grappling with an overdose crisis, and a lawsuit shaking up the cannabis industry. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark from Phoenix, Arizona. All right, let's dive in. Controversial rape question by GOP lawmaker sparks chaos in Arizona Senate hearing. During an Arizona Senate hearing about a border wall bill, things took a turn when GOP State Senator Janae Shamp posed a graphic question about rape. The hearing was already heated, with a packed room of the public voicing opposition to Republican-backed immigration bills. The main focus was Senator Wendy Rogers' proposal to allocate $20 million for town-built border walls. Albert Rivera, a well-known immigration activist, criticized this as wasteful and un-American. The tension in the room escalated as Shamp referenced a notorious murder case to make her point. This sparked a debate over the appropriateness of using such cases in discussions on immigration. Things got even more interesting when Senator David Gowan, the committee chair, had a confrontation with Democratic Senator Sally Ann Gonzalez regarding Rivera's right to remain silent in response to Shamp's question. Despite the chaos, Rogers' bill passed out of committee with Republican support, though it was met with protests from Democrats and the public. Leveraging tragic cases to push policy is a step too far, even in heated debates. Moving on, Phoenix faces escalating overdose crisis amid dangerous street drug trends. Phoenix is grappling with a worsening opioid overdose crisis, seeing nearly 6,000 cases in 2025 alone. This is largely due to the increasing presence of dangerous street drugs like fentanyl powder and carfentanil. While national numbers are declining, Arizona's are on the rise. This discrepancy has sparked discussions on harm reduction strategies, such as safe injection sites and testing strips, which face political and regulatory hurdles. There's a growing call to address the root causes of addiction and reevaluate current harm reduction approaches. Ignoring these strategies is ignoring lives lost. It's time for bold action. Let's pivot to the next story. ICE raid leads to criminal charges against Zips employees for identity fraud. 4 employees of Zips Sports Grill are facing criminal charges following a raid by Homeland Security investigations. The charges are linked to fraudulent completion of I-9 forms and identity theft to employ undocumented workers. Diego Armando Gonzalez Rosales, allegedly the mastermind, faces multiple charges for orchestrating this scheme. This case underscores the challenges of verifying employment eligibility and the risks of identity fraud. Identity fraud in employment practices is a systemic issue needing comprehensive reform. Shifting gears, Nirvana Cannabis faces class action lawsuit over alleged tip theft by bud tenders. 3 bud tenders from Nirvana Cannabis have filed a federal class action lawsuit against the company. They allege unfair wage practices and misappropriation of tips, claiming that managers were included in the tip pool and that tips were used to cover business expenses. This lawsuit highlights ongoing labor rights issues within the cannabis industry. The plaintiffs are seeking back pay and damages for violations of the Fair Labor Standards Act. Stealing tips is not just unethical, it's illegal. The industry must do better. And now for something completely different. Phoenix's housing boom leaves low-income residents behind. Phoenix is experiencing a housing boom, but new developments largely cater to higher-income individuals. This leaves low-income residents struggling with rising rents and an affordability crisis. Efforts to address the issue include zoning changes and tax credit programs, but challenges remain in incentivizing the construction of affordable housing. A housing boom that leaves many behind isn't progress, it's a crisis needing urgent solutions. And that's your report for today from the City Report with Dean Bark in Phoenix, Arizona. Stay informed and join us again tomorrow.